जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आप लोगों ने ऑफ कोर्स 2 हफ्ते का ब्रेक लिया है, तो अरेबिक इज लाइक मैथमेटिक्स। आई मीन यू कैन फॉरगेट थिंग्स। ठीक है, तो मैं आपको एक क्विक रिमाइंडर दूंगा, लेकिन एक ऑफ कोर्स एक टाइम आता है, उसके बाद नहीं भूलता इंसान। आई मीन यू डोंट फॉरगेट आफ्टर अ सर्टेन टाइम पीरियड, बट इन द बिगिनिंग इफ यू डोंट गेट connected to Arabic, it's always likely that you can forget what you have learned. So I'll give you a very quick reminder of what we did last time, and then inshallah take it from there. Today I want to teach you another topic, which is a quite a short and easy topic. And after that topic, the plan is to directly jump into the Quran and apply whatever we have learned so far in whatever way we can to the Quran, so you know how things are happening really for you in the book. Right. So my understanding is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding is that you understand the concept of idafa well now, right? And stop me if you don't. So, concept of idafa, when I say you understand it, you understand idafa with normal isms, you understand idafa with pronouns, you understand idafa with special mudafs. These are three things you understand, okay? From based on what we did last time. That's my current understanding. Then, what we also did very briefly last time was a concept of mawsuf and sifa. It was a noun and adjective relationship in Arabic. So I will quickly revise that, and we did some exercise on that. I'll quickly revise the concepts of mawsuf and sifa. So it's a reminder for you. And if there is anything shaky and you think you don't recall it, I'm happy to go back and just brief the concept again. So that's what we did last time before we closed for the Eid break. So in Mawsuf and Sifa, it's a noun and adjective relationship. And what I'm going to do now is a quick reminder. We said that in Arabic, the noun and adjective relation is kind of switching compared to English. In English, you have adjective coming first, and that is followed by a noun. That is English. In Arabic, you have noun coming first, and it is followed by adjective. That is Arabic. That's what we did. Okay. We also said that it's always between two isms. Always between two isms. The two isms can tolerate the long distance relationship, meaning that they can be other words between the two isms, right? And Mawsuf and Sifa both match in 4 properties. They must both match in 4 properties. That's what we said last time. Inherently proper isms, such as pronouns, pointers, ism mawsul, which of course you have not done yet, is like al-lazina, al-lazi, and so on, are never mawsufs. They're not mawsufs. Okay. So these are fundamentals we did, and then we moved to your notes, and we did this exercise, if you remember. Okay. So these were the concepts. So mawsufs come first, and it's only one mawsuf. You can't have multiple mawsufs. This is the ism that is being described, right? And then there is a sifa, and we said that they match in 4 properties with the mawsuf. It is after the mawsuf. It can be more than one. It can tolerate long distance relationship. We said that mawsuf is never a pronoun, pointer word, or ism mawsul, which are inherently proper. Sifa can never be proper name, proper noun, and pointer. Okay. And we said that you should be careful about the non-human plurals or even generally broken plurals, because they may appear as normalisms, but they are actually broken. For example, al-kutubu appears as a masculine ism, but it's actually singular feminine because it's broken plural, means books, right? Non-human. Just like that, haqaib was actually meaning bags. It may appear as a singular masculine, but when you look at the meaning, it's actually singular feminine because it's non-human, broken plural. So those types of small things we did, and then we ran through this entire exercise together. It was pretty successful with you all. And that was the overall concept of Mawsuf Sifa. Then what we did was this. I'll bring it up. We did this exercise. And this is the exercise where we try to apply our concepts of Mawsuf and Sifa and also Idafa uh, as much as we could on these ayahs. So what I want to make sure that you are comfortable with these things. Sorry. You're comfortable with these things and you're able to apply these things comfortably. So I'll very quickly run through this and I want your help here. If you can help me, whatever you remember, let's try to very quickly do that and then we'll move on to the next topic. So we said that Bismi is an ism, right? And it's light and no al. And it is followed by another word which is in Jarr. Okay? That's what we said. So this is forming an idafa relationship. It's an idafa relationship. That's what we said. Everyone with me on this? That was easy, right? What was the relationship between Ar-Rahmani and the word Allah? Anyone remembers that? Or can come up with it if you don't remember?
Those were the sifa of the word Allahi.
Correct.
Create
So,
a
correct.
Mawsuf
So,
sifa relationship.
correct. It's a Mawsuf Sifa relationship. The word Allah was Mawsuf because we said it's Jar, it's singular, it's masculine, it's proper. And Ar-Rahman was also Jar, singular, masculine, proper. They matched in 4 properties. And then we said this is the Sifa 1 of the word Allah. Okay, so Allah is Ar-Rahman, the most gracious Allah. That's what effectively it means. So this was the noun, and this is the adjective. You see the switch, noun is happening first and adjective is happening after. That's what we did. Then we move on to Ar-Rahim. It was the same story. Jar, singular, masculine, proper. And it matched again 4 properties with the word Allah here. This is the Mawsuf. Right? And then we said that it's also the Sifa number 2. With the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. These 2 words were actually defining the characteristics of Allah, 1 and 2. That's what we did. We tried to understand the Bismillah and apply that to it. Everyone okay with that? Yeah, pretty straightforward. Then we went to Al-Fatiha. I requested you to skip this part for now, okay, because you have not done it. And I just told you that this is the word Allah with a harf, which you have not done and hopefully will do today. So we did the 4 properties of this one: jar, singular, masculine, proper, right? And then what was the relationship between the word Allah here and the word Rabbi? Anyone remembers that?
Mawsuf Sifa.
Mawsuf Sifa. So we did the 4 properties of the word Rabbi. It was jar, singular, masculine, proper, and it was proper because of this al. And it was proper because of this al, because this relationship with Rabbil Alameen is which one? Which fragment is this?
Mawsuf, mudaf, mudaf ilay.
Correct. So it's mudaf and mudaf ilay. So this idafa fragment of relationship. Master of the worlds. Okay, so because they both are connected, they're chained together, right? You cannot separate them. You pick them up together. So when things are chained together, you pick them up together. Okay, they fall into one bucket, and when you pick up that bucket, all the words come with it, right? That's the overall idea. So this entire thing is actually then going to become the sifa of the word Allah. That Allah, the master of the worlds. Okay, so that's the characteristic you're defining. Okay? Then we move forward, and we did the four properties again for Rahmani, Ar-Rahmani, Jarr, singular, masculine, proper, and turns out that it matches again with the word Allah. Okay, that's what we did. And we said that, okay, while this part is sifa number one, the word Allah is the mawsuf. This sifa number one, this part becomes sifa number two. Okay. Similarly, singular, masculine, proper, this becomes sifa number three of the word Allah. Everyone with me on this? Any questions, confusions? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. And then we went to Maliki Yawmiddin, and we said, okay, we'll pick up the word Maliki. We do four properties of the word Maliki: Jar, singular, masculine. And initially we marked it common, but then we went further, analyzed this word, and we said Yaumi is light Noel followed by Jar. So it's a mudaf potentially. And then we found the word Adini, which is in Jar, so it's mudaf ilay. Because mudaf ilay is proper, it makes Yaumi proper. And because Yaumi is proper, Yaumi is a mudaf ilay to Maliki, whereas Maliki is mudaf. Therefore, Maliki would also become proper. That was the chain we saw last time, right? So by doing that, we actually matched the four properties again with the word Allah. So this is the sifa number 4. Any confusion on this? Anything that you did not understand? If everyone understood this process that we did, your next challenge is that you take this ayah without looking at this scribbling and you do it yourself. That's what I requested last time. If you have time, just do it. Once you start applying it yourself, then you really own it. Okay? So to own it, you need to apply it yourself. Okay? So any confusions there? If you have understood what I've done, and I've gone through it very, very fast, if you understood what I've done, then you understand these two concepts, idafa and the masuf sifa. If there is something that you think you still are confused, this is a very good time to bring it up so we can clarify before moving on to any further topic. So let me know. Is it okay? Can I move forward, or do we need any revision on any specific point? Khamoshi ka matlab, we don't need revision. I'm happy to move. Yay.
Dr. Sir, when you do it, it looks quite easy. So,
Sir, it's like maths. So you see teachers solving the problem and it's all good. When you solve it yourself, then you stuck. So I
Doctor,
think
this Maliki Yawmiddin, this is one complete sifa, or you will divide it into smaller parts. Maliki is one sifa, Yawmiddin is another sifa, because this.
okay, so it's a good question. I'll answer it in two ways. One, actually, the sifa is Maliki.
Right.
Okay, because Allah is the Malik. Allah cannot be Yom, right? Allah cannot be a day, right? So sifa is the Maliki. Because Maliki is connected in a chain reaction to Yomi, and Yomi is connected in a chain reaction to Adini, you have to pick it up as one single bucket. Okay? Because you pick it up as one single bucket, then you say Maliki Yawmiddin is the sifa, but effectively it's because of the word Maliki. Understand? And just keep one thing in mind. Right now, we are only doing grammar. As you go more into Arabic and all of that, your grammar and your common sense will play a lot of role in decoding the Quran. It's not only grammar. Grammar cannot just tell you. For example, if I put Yomi as a sifa, would it make sense? No, right? So
यानी कि
that
मैं
common sense.
यानी कि मैं सिर्फ ग्रामर तक ही रहूं तो ज्यादा बेहतर है क्यों आकाश भाई?
No, not at all.
Basics.
I'm not saying that. Right now, we're learning the fundamentals of grammar, but when you go in advanced sentence structures, you will see how common sense start to play a role. The meanings that I will give you, for example, of different words might fluctuate here and there. So whatever translations and meanings I give you, keep them as a default translations, but not the only translations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing that makes me confused is like Yomi has also the same property. Because of Adin, it become proper, right? So I will treat that as a sifa as well because it 4 properties also matches with Malik, with Allahi, with Rahman, with Rahim. That's why I raised this question. Is
your question is very valid as a student of Arabic. Your question is very, very valid question. But this is where your common sense, as I said, need to play a role. Yomi is mudaf ilay to Maliki, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's mudaf ilay to Maliki. The master is the Maliki. The main boss is the Maliki. That is the main glue that where everything started, right? And from the, of course, logic perspective, common sense perspective, it doesn't make sense to make Yomi a sifa of Allah, right? I can't say Tala is a month. Doesn't make sense, right? So from that perspective, you also should think as you grow more and more into Arabic studies. Okay. My request to all of you, I'm happy. I'll send you a blank version of these 2 ayahs. Please do the scribbling yourself once before the next class. Go through it, make mistakes, send it on WhatsApp. We'll fix it together. But once you do it, you will really own it. If you don't do it, you will always come in a class and you'll find it, hey, I understand, but you won't be able to really decode it yourself, right? So I want you to be able to go as independent as possible. Okay. Clear, guys? Can I move forward to the next topic, or is there anything else? Any further question?
Dr. Saab,
No.
a question nahi hai. I'm going to shamelessly accept that I've been little bit behind in the last 3 classes ever since Ramzan. Ek to class mein late aaya aur uske baad I could not even revise. So I don't want to take the class back. I think we should move forward. Lekin mera question ye, the next topic is linked with this obviously previous topics as always, or do you think आज मैं इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करूंगा to cover last 2-3 classes and I will take the lesson and I'll try to connect the dots. So I do apologize.
So Waqas bhai, next lesson is not connected to Idafa or Mawsuf Sifa. It's an independent topic.
ठीक हो गया, ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब, that's fine. Then
So
I will cover the inshallah this Masuf Sifa. I think that's the only topic I did not cover properly. So hopefully last 2 or 3 classes should be enough if I go through them again, inshallah.
inshallah. And I mean, if any one of you, like Waqas bhai, needs little bit more time to catch up, and if you need my help, if you want to jump in a call like this outside of this class, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, whatever. If you want my help, let me know. We can schedule a special session and just bring you up to speed very quickly. I'm very happy to do that. No problem. Okay. Just let me know. Okay. Good. So now we are going to learn something little different. So far, what you have been learning, you have learned Idafa, then you have learned Idafa, you have learned Mawsuf Sifa, these 2 fragments. And before that, you have been learning a lot about Ism itself. Okay. This is the first fragment I'm going to teach you that actually involves a Harf and an Ism. This fragment is between Harf and Ism, not Ism and Ism. Idafa was Ism only. Mawsuf sifa was ism only, but this one is going to be harf and ism. Okay, so that's the first time you will dive a bit deeper into harfs. Okay. Now, I'm going to write few things here. In fact, these are some harf hurufs that I'm going to write. Just read through them. What is this? Ba. Right?
Ba.
Everyone knows that. I'm not saying B, I'm not saying boo, I'm saying ba. Okay? Ta, kaf. Ba, ta, and kaf. Right? These are not isms, these are harfs. They don't make sense on their own. What they mean, I'll tell you. Okay? All I want you to do is just remember these three. Ba, ta, and kaf. Ba, ta, and kaf. Okay? Which ones are these? Ba, ta, and kaf. कौन से? कौन बताएगा?
Bata kaf.
Ba, ta, kaf. Ba, ta, kaf. Ba, ta, kaf. All right? Lam. Ba, ta, kaf. Have you ever played that memory game? My son plays with me a lot. Baba, you say one word, and I'll say one word, and then you'll say one word, but every time you have to repeat the words we have said. Apple, apple chair, door, apple chair, door, car, apple chair, door, car, tree, and so on. It's like that memory game. Right? That we are playing. Ba, ta, kaf, and then lam. Okay? Wow. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Who can tell me?
Ba, ta, ka, lam, wow.
Ba, ta, kaf,
Bata kaf lam wow.
lam, wow. Anyone else?
Bata kaf lam wow.
Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Right now, it doesn't make any sense why you are doing this, because harfs do not make sense when they are used independently. Remember that. In a while, they will start to make sense. Okay? Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow. Min. You've seen this harf many times in the Quran. Min. Min duni, min qabli, and so on and so forth. Min comes a lot in the Quran. Okay? Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow, min. And the next one is fi. You have seen this harf many times in the Quran. Lafi khusr. That fi is this fi. Okay? Ba, ta, kaf, lam, wow, min, fi. I'll give you 30 seconds, and then I want to hear it out from you. Okay? Who can volunteer? Who has the courage?
I
I
can go.
I can
go.
Okay, go ahead. Because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who's going?
Bata kaf wow lam mim min fi.
Wow.
No. Meme तो यार मुस्तफा भाई meme तुसी
Min.
ਐਵੇਂ ਕਿਸੇ
Min.
min not meme
Okay.
हाँ meme
Because
ba
मेरे
ta
pollen
kaf
allergy
lam
चल
wow
रही है.
ba ta kaf lam wow min fi.
Yep.
Okay, who has the courage next? I need at least top 4 of you. I mean, whoever has the courage.
ba ta kaf lam wow min fi.
Excellent. Anyone else?
Bata kaf lam wow min fi.
Perfect. Anyone else?
Perfect. Ba, ta, la, ba, ta, ka, lam, wow, min, fi.
Ba ta kaf lam wow min fi.
Kaf,
Right.
yeah, na.
Tala, I didn't hear you. Yeah, you usually
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi.
very good, very good, good. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi. Okay, so just to help you remember, the first 4 or 5 were single letters, right? If you want to just classify them just for the sake of remembering them. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi. There's another one I'm going to give you. The total 11. They actually in Arabic there's 17, but we'll do 11 because those 11 come in the Quran. Okay. The remaining we will not do, and maybe we'll do when we are well advanced. Okay. Min fi, and then it's an. Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu la tulhikum amwalukum wala auladukum an zikrillah, from the remembrance of Allah. Okay. An. Allah. An and Allah. Now this Allah is the one that you used in your salam. Assalamu alaykum. That's the Allah. Okay. Assalamu alaykum. Okay. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an Allah. Can we repeat that together? Maybe looking at them at least 3 times. Make some noise. Ba ta kaf lam waw
min fi ala. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi
min fi
an
an
ala.
Allah.
Ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Allah. Okay. I mean, you guys are too passive. I'll pick one up. Umar bhai, I want you to read it loud and clear. Please.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an Allah.
Allah. Farhan, can you read them loud and clear here?
Yeah. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Ji, Mustafa bhai.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Allah. Soheb.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Allah. Waqas bhai again.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Allah. Allah, loved your Allah. Tara.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Allah. Very good. Very good. Tala.
Ba ta kaf waw lam min fi an ala.
Okay, I can compromise on the sequence. That's not a problem. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala. Ji, Waqas bhai, you want to try?
Ji. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Very good. So, Heb, you want to try?
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi ala.
An ala.
An
Very
an
good.
ala.
Umar bhai, I know your heartbeat is high, but I want you to try.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an Allah.
Excellent, excellent. Farhan, give it a shot.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Perfect. And Mustafa bhai.
Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala.
Very good, excellent. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala. There are just 2 remaining for you. Just 2. Okay. Okay. Oops. Hatta. I think you know all of this one. Hatta zurtubul mukabir. Hatta is quite widely used in the Quran as well. hatta, and then the last one is ila. Ala hatta ila. Hatta and ila. Ba ta kaf lam waw min fi an ala hatta ila. Let's repeat it together 5 times. Unmute your mics, please. Let's make those mistakes together, okay? Ba ta
Bata
kaf
kaf
lam
lam
waw
waw
min
min
ala
fi
an
hatta
ala
an
hatta
ala
ba
ila.
hatta
kaf
ila.
ta lam waw
Ba
min fi
fi an ala hatta ila. Ba ta kaf
Bata
lam
kaf
waw
lam waw min
an
min fi
fi
an
an
ala
an
ala
hatta ila.
ila hatta ila.
lam
Ba
waw
ta kaf lam waw min fi
bata
Waw
an
min
ala
ba
fi
hatta ila.
ba
an ala
ba
hatta ila.
kaf lam
Bata
waw min
kaf lam waw min fi
min
an ala
fi
ala
an
hatta ila.
ala hatta illa hatta ila.
Very good, very good. Is there anyone who thinks that he can say without looking at them? I'm not going to pick this time.
I
So
can
just
try.
ask him. All right, that's the courage I want in the team. Ji Mustafa.
Yeah, bata kaf lam waw min an fi ala hatta ila.
Good, very good. Any other volunteers? Instead of smiling, you could just volunteer. Yes, Lala.
Bata kaf lam waw min ala
Hmm.
hatta an ila
And fi.
and fi.
Okay.
Yes.
Bata kaf lam waw min fi an ala hatta ila. So just so we are clear, I do not expect you to nail this down in this class. I don't. Okay. I expect you to struggle. I expect you to forget and struggle again and forget and struggle again. And in the next 2 classes, you should be good. Okay. So bata kaf lam waw min fi an ala hatta ila. So I'll give you 1 minute just to get hold of this in your minds. Just take your time, look at them, and just try to say it to yourself as many times as you can, and then we'll move forward. Okay, I'll keep them on the screen. Okay, these words that you have just tried to memorize are called harf of jar. They're called harf of jar. What that means is they make the following ism jar. That's all what they do. Okay, so they would always come on an ism, and whenever they come on an ism, the ism will be in jar state. Always. That's all they do. They would make the next ism jar. There is no long distance relationship. The long distance relationship was in Mawsuf Sifa, and it wasn't existent in Idafa, and it is also not existent in this one. This fragment, this is also, of course, a fragment. We call it a harf of jar fragment. Harf of jar fragment. So the job of these isms, and inshallah in the next class, I will give you the meanings of them as well. I don't want to overload you with meanings right now. So all you need to know, whenever you spot one of these isms, one of these harfs, the next ism after them must be in jar state. Must. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Make it small so you see the example together with it. So we just saw Bismi, and we saw Allah, Bismillahi, right? And there is a kasra here as well. While I've written a fatha here, this can actually come with a kasra too. Okay, this can also come like this. Okay, so I'll just keep it like a ba. So this Bismi that you have, this Bismi actually was the ba and the word ism. Ba and the word ism. Ism means name. Okay, when it smooched together with the ba, this first alif or hamza was removed, and it became Bismi. Now, because of this ba, you have the word ismi in jar. There is no other reason why it is in jar. Okay? And ism can be in jar in two cases primarily. In two cases. The first is ism is in jar in two cases. Number one, it's mudaf ilay.
Yes.
It's mudaf ilay. Okay. Number two, it's after harf of jar. HOJ is what I'm going to use. It's after harf of jar. Now, is this going to give you an off meaning? No. It is not going to give you an off meaning. So are all jars after off? No. The definition of jar is now expanding from there. So original definition I gave you was a baby kindergarten definition that it's a word after off. But now you're growing up in Arabic. So I'm telling you an ism in jar does not necessarily have to be the word after off. It could be the word after the harf of jar, ism. As harf of jar basically. And it's a victim of the harf of jar. Okay? For example, just like in the case of Bismi, you have seen that the word ismi became jar. Okay, and because this ismi was also mudaf, the word Allahi became jar. So whenever you're looking at an ism that is in jar, you're always asking yourself, why is this in jar? And it is most likely fall into these two reasons. It will either be a mudaf ilay, or it will be an ism after harf of jar. So what is the case with the word Allahi in your view? Is it the mudaf ilay case, or is it after harf of jar case? Why is it jar?
It's mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf ilayh.
Right, followed by
Mudaf ilayh. Correct. And the word ism, it's jar because it's after harf of jar. Right? There can be a third case. There can be a third case, which you also know. It could be a sifa of an ism in jar. Right? Just like we said Bismillahi, and then we said Ar-Rahmani. Oops, Arabic, sorry. Ar-Rahmani.
Dr. Sir, we said sifa will come after noun, right?
Yes.
So here the sifa is coming before noun. Allah is the noun here.
Sifa is coming after. Ar-Rahman is after.
If you are saying sifa of an ism in jar, then do you count bismi as well as sifa? No.
No. So
Okay.
Ar-Rahmani is not a characteristic of ism, of the name. Ar-Rahmani is a characteristic of the word Allah. You understand? So you have this sifa, so mawsuf, and after this mawsuf, this sifa is defining the word Allah. Okay. So these are the three conditions when you can find a spot an ism in jar. In most of my Arabic studies, I have not spotted any other reason beyond these three so far. So when you see an ism in Jarr, you would either find it as a mudaf ilay or after harf of Jarr, or maybe it's a sifa that is describing an ism, and that ism is in Jarr. That's why it has to match in 4 properties. Okay? These 3 cases. Let me change it to 3.
Just one question, Dr. Saab, I'm a bit confused here. When you
Yeah.
say ism is in Jarr case, and you say after harf of Jarr, do you consider this the ism within bismi, like isme, is that ism you are talking about, or you are talking about Allah ism?
No, I'm talking, just remember this part. They do not have a long distance relationship.
Right.
Okay. So as soon as you see the ba,
Hmm.
the immediate after ism is what I'm considering right now. Immediately after. Okay? No, nothing in between. That's the one I'm considering. So ba is a harf, and the
Yeah.
word ism has actually gone into Jarr state because of ba.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay. Ji.
don't you think this Harf should be, you can tell us this, with when we were, learning Jar or like isms just after the ism, because it is now making more clear how the words are making. Plus, I think the sifa is like in few ayah which there is one mawsuf and more sifa like Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So there's a particular ayah. So you think jar, I mean harf should have been taught earlier.
Just count on my experience there, Farhan. So because we were learning the topic of ism, specifically ism, bringing a concept of harf would have confused a lot of things. There are other harfs as well, which are not harf of jars. There are different types of harfs, many different types of harfs, right? So that's why I didn't bring up the topic of harfs at all in that discussion. So for you, it's, I think, as a student, based on what I have learned and I have taught, staying in focused of the ism really helps students in the beginning phases of the class. It's easier to construct examples in English when you talk about ism as after of. You can construct more examples. The teaching methodology is easier as well. To students, it's also easier to understand. Each of these harfs have a different meaning. Okay, so if I had started with that, so I would have to teach you lots of different meanings in the very, very early stages of your Arabic studies. And you would have to memorize lots of different meanings and remember them. In conjunction with the ism studies, which in itself is a complex studies, 4 properties and all of that, it would have gone a little bit heavy loaded on you, I think. So based on how I've taught it over the years, I've come to learn that harf should come when actually you have fully owned isms as a concept. And that was my reason to teach you. And that's how I have also learned in wherever I have learned in my studies. Okay. And that
So
was my reason.
you are saying ba ism naam, and ba shuru, ba means exactly if
Ba is
we
with. Ba is with. Okay. Okay. Let me take you to the Quran. Maybe it will help. Okay. So this is Surah Nas. All of us know it. Okay. So we'll just try to apply what you have learned here. Okay. And see where we go from there. Okay. I want you to skip kul, and I want you to skip auzu. They both are fails. We'll do them later. Let's start with Bira bin Nasi. Bira bin Nasi. Can you spot anything that you have learned so far in Bira bin Nasi? Anything?
It's a idafa relationship, light with no al,
Where?
followed by Jarr.
Where exactly?
Birabbin nas.
So you're saying this entire thing is an idafa relationship. Okay,
Yeah, ba
that's
is
one proposal.
harf in
Harf
it.
of jar. Harf of jar.
Correct. So it means that this entire thing is not an idafa relationship. Actually, now let's be more precise because we have learned this. The Rabbi and Nasi is the idafa relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, and Rabbi is jar because of ba harf jar.
Correct. And now
yeah,
there is another fragment which is B and Rabbi. You see that?
Yeah.
And if I tell you B means with, can you translate bi Rabbin Nasi?
yeah. Lord of the people, or Lord of the not
With
people, Lord of the Nas.
If B, take
with
your time,
people.
don't rush. B means with, right? And then Rabbin Nasi is idafa. I really want you to come up with the right translation yourself.
लोगों के रब के साथ.
With the
No, no,
Lord of the people.
Angrezi. Angrezi is better. Yes. So you're translating B with. Oops, sorry for my Chinese. The with is the B,
Yeah,
Rabbi and An-Nasi. That's what I'm after now. Okay. Now I know Rabbi is light, no al, and it's followed by Jarr. And it's an idafa relationship, and An-Nasi is proper. Therefore, it will make Rabbi what? Proper.
proper.
Right? So
Proper.
I'm saying
With
with the master.
Of mankind.
Yes.
Of the mankind. Or
Of
of
the mankind. Let's do it like that.
After the mankind.
Make sense?
Mm.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is basically two fragments operating together. B Rabbi and Rabbin Nasi. And they all are chained with each other. B is chained with Rabbi, Rabbi is chained with Nas. Right?
Mm.
Let's go forward. Malik in Nas. What can you tell me about this? I'm telling you, Maliki means owner.
Again, idafa relationship, right?
Okay.
But I spotted one thing, I may be wrong here. Maliki is a sifa, it has the same property as Rabbi.
Okay. Fantastic. I wanted you to spot this. Good job. So Maliki and Rabbi, oops. Maliki and Rabbi would actually match in four properties. They both would be Jar, singular, masculine, proper. Aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you have Maliki and Anasi as Idafa relationship. Can you translate only Maliki and Nasi? What would that mean?
the master of the master of the mankind,
That's what Maliki means, owner.
the owner of the mankind.
The owner of the mankind. Everyone with me on this?
Mankind.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Now let's do that. Let's try to apply the Sifa concept that Tara you just spotted. I want us to translate Bir Rabbin Nasi Malikin Nasi. That's what will establish the connection. So if I say with the master of the mankind, which is the first translation, comma, the owner of the mankind, which is the second translation, isn't it? Now, who is this owner referring back to?
Master.
Master. That's the connection. Yeah. Mawsuf and Sifa. And look at the distance. So you have nas between them, between Rabbi and Maliki, but still they're operating together. But in case of the harf of jar, you have absolutely no distance. You have no distance between them, B and Rabbi, and you have no distance between Rabbi and Nasi. No long distance relationship. Understand?
Mm.
Ilah means God or deity. Okay? It should be pretty quick for you to grasp this one. What relationship is this? Ilahin Nasi.
Again, idafa.
Again, Idafa
Idafa.
relationship. So it's basically God of the mankind, right? Oops, sorry. Mankind. Yeah. Is there a relationship between Ilahi and Rabbi?
Yes, same properties. Mawsuf sifa.
Mawsuf sifa.
Jar, singular, masculine, proper. Mawsuf sifa. So if I was to extend the definition, the translation, then I would say, comma, the God of the mankind. Right? Clear? Making sense?
Yeah.
You see how things are connected? I know we are running over time, but I don't want to lose this moment. Do you have 5 more minutes, guys? Just 5
Yeah.
more minutes?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, min sharril waswasil khannas. What can you spot? Start from the extreme beginning. Don't go to the last words first. Go word by word. What can you spot? What do you know about the word min? Do you know anything about it?
Yeah. Harf jar.
Yes, it's a harf of jar. What does it do?
It made the noun
Making
jar state.
making start making sure to
Correct.
jar.
It's a harf of jar. Actually, it means from, and it makes the next isam jar. So is the next isam jar?
Yeah.
Yes or no? If this
Yes.
word means evil, what would min sharri mean?
From the evil.
Very good. From evil. From
Right now, I'm going to write from evil. Salah, hold on your thought. I know where you're going. Okay. These two words would mean from evil, correct? Now, is there a relationship? We're going word by word. Is there a relationship between the word sharri and al-waswasi?
مضاف مضاف إليه.
Idafa.
It's an idafa relationship.
إضافة.
Okay. Khannas, I believe, is the whisperer. No, it means withdrawing. Sorry, withdrawing. And this means whisperer, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just quickly check the meanings for you. Whisperer, correct. Okay. All right. It's other way around.
नास को उर्दू में क्या कहते हैं जो कि गलत
वो
ख्यालात
गलत है ना?
No, that's
वसवसे नहीं वसवसे तो वसवस
waswas हो गया ना. Waswasul khannas.
चले, let's stay here focused. फिर उर्दू में करते हैं इंशाल्लाह. ठीक है. Min sharri and waswasi. So evil, and we said that sharri waswasi is an idafa relationship, meaning it's an off relationship. So can you build a translation between evil and waswasi? If it's waswasi means withdrawing. What would these terms mean?
Yeah. It's just singular, masculine, proper.
What is the relationship between Sharri and Al-Waswasi?
Of relationship.
إضافة
Yes.
إضافة
So do
Idaf.
we need
Evil
to do
of
four
withdrawing.
properties? Yes, we don't need to do four properties, right?
Evil
It's
of
evil
withdrawing.
of withdrawing. Correct. Evil of withdrawing. Now let's pick up the next word. The next word is Al-Khannasi. Is there a relationship of Al-Khannasi with Al-Waswasi?
Idafa again.
No, Adafa it cannot be because it has starting with al.
No.
Correct.
Al-
It can't be
yeah.
Idafa.
Correct.
Do you see a Harf of Jarr before Al-Khannasi? Right before Al-Khannasi?
No,
No, you don't. It can't be Idafa. So what can it be?
it can be Mawsuf Sifa.
Sifa.
Let's verify that. Correct. Let's verify that. Al-Waswasi was singular, Jar, singular, masculine, proper. Al-Khannasi is Jar, singular, masculine, proper, isn't it?
Yes.
Four properties match. Now, Al-Khannasi means whisperer. So can I extend my translation to, if I translate all of this, Al-Waswasi Al-Khannasi, it means withdrawing whisperer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you connect everything together. Min sharr al-waswas al-khannasi. From evil. We said from evil. Now look at this. What I think, Tala, you were referring to in the beginning. This is proper. This is proper. Al-waswasi is proper. Al-waswasi makes the sharri proper because it's a mudaf ilayh. So it's not going to be from evil. It's going to be from the evil, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to say from the evil of the withdrawing whisperer. With me?
Hmm.
Excellent. I hope you feel the addiction you can get with Arabic language. Once you really understand how things work and operate, you will be addicted to the language, decoding it. Like this.
Dr. Saab, I have one question and it's a bit scary, and in the sense that I don't do any disrespect for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This Al-Waswasi, Al-Khannasi is a Mawsuf Sifa relationship, right? So it's a Sifa of both of some ism, right? Now, if you go to at the top of the ayah, it makes a chain reaction. So who is the noun? What is the noun over here? Like in Alhamdulillah, we were even in Mawsuf Sifa, we can afford a long distance relationship, right? So of course, this Khannasi and Waswasi cannot be a Sifa of a Rabb, right? Because it's a chain reaction within a same surah. So
yeah, of course.
what is the noun over here? Is it Sharri, which is a noun, or is it is
No,
it the Mawsuf Sifa relationship which we learn?
So
You
the
get my
Mawsuf
point?
Sifa, is between Al-Waswasi and Al-Khannasi. That's what we said, right?
Yes.
So that is where the Mawsuf Sifa is. One of these two has to be Mawsuf and the other one is Sifa. Right. So if we're saying Al-Waswasi, Al-Khannasi is Mawsuf Sifa, which one comes first? Is it the Sifa comes first or Mawsuf comes first?
No, but then the question is why it can't be both Sifa then? It can be a Sifa of an ism, right?
Yes, exactly. Good question. So that is where I told you your common sense need to play a role. Okay. So where we are talking about the shar, the evil, right? And we are asking Allah in the first ayah, Qul a'udhu, I seek refuge with my master, with the master of mankind, the owner of mankind, the God of mankind, from the evil, and then so on. So from the common sense perspective, would it make sense to apply this as a sifa of anything that is coming before it? No. So this ism the first ism, the al-waswasi, actually is a mawsuf, and then you will apply the sifa, which is the next. And remember one thing, if the four properties are matching down there anywhere, you don't really have always a mawsuf sifa relationship with something that is having four properties in the beginning. Okay, that is where your common sense plays a lot of role. Your understanding of the sentence structures makes a lot of contribution when you come to translate it. If you translate it the way you were thinking, it will end up in a completely different translation, and it will also be kind of linguistically and logically incorrect. Right? So because you're talking about an evil, and first you're making a dua for protection, and then you're telling from what I want protection. Okay? And that aspect you can't really make a sifa of something that was coming before. It doesn't make any logical and common sense. Okay? Although the four properties you might see they're matching. Okay.
Afat, can I ask can we say the Harf separates the long distance relationship? If
What do
they
you
are
mean? Harf separates.
between, like it's after min sharre, so that's somehow separates the what the but logically definitely there's a ism is a mausul like shar and then the sifa al wasfasil, but it has to do like Harf. Can we say that's just between the connecting words and they separates the the long distance relations like
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So yes, many times that is the case. So when you have a harf, you are actually starting a new idea
yeah.
with that harf. So because there is a min, so the chain of mawsuf sifa can be broken after that.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean.
So yes, that can happen. Yes. Okay. So what I would really like you to do is before the next class, if you just take the Bismillah and the Surah Fatiha that we did, and maybe up to the ayah 4 of this, just try to do this exercise yourself. That's all I want you to do. Okay? Just do it yourself. Once you do it yourself, you will own it, and inshallah things will become more clear and more. You will have that confidence in doing these things yourself. So, but what you see is by learning the 4 fragments, and the 4th one we have not completely learned yet. We still need to do the meanings and stuff. You are going quite a long distance with the decoding of the ayahs, the structure and everything. After that, there are 2 more fragments remaining in ism. Then we will give a pause to the ism studies. Okay? So we're quite well advanced on that ism topic, inshallah. Okay. Pretty good. So I hope this was useful. I will share the recordings, and I will not share the scribbling this time because I really want you to do it yourself. Okay? Do it, share it on WhatsApp, and inshallah we'll have a discussion there. If there are confusions, we can discuss in the next class. Okay.
Dr. Sab, can I have your 2 minutes, please? I need to ask one thing.
Of course.
Again, in this Sharil Waswas al Khannas, so Shari is a ism, right? Because it's a half of ism or half of Jarr, correct? So Shari should be an ism, and then this Waswasi and Khannas should be a sifa of Shar, which is devil. Or this is correct this is incorrect interpretation.
This is not sifa. Tala, it would be sifa if Sharri and Al Waswasi would match in 4 properties.
They are
don't.
matching. They are not.
No, they're not. Sharri is common.
But it's a idafa relationship. Sharril was wasil. Then it makes it proper as well.
But then it's a dafa relationship. It can't be mawsuf sifa, right?
Okay, all right, okay. Now I got it. That's
So
where I use it.
exactly.
Okay.
In 2 words, 1 fragment would exist, not both.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Good question. All right. All of these types of questions, I mean, they are very healthy questions that you have. and they should be popping up in your mind. Let's keep on discussing, inshallah, on WhatsApp until the next class. And when we meet in the next class, I hope you will be able to do that scribbling yourself. Do you want me to send you the electronic version of this surah like this? Yes?
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be, you know.
I'll send you the blank version, and then you can use that for practice. Okay? Good. Thank you very much. Inshallah, I'll see you next time, same channel and same place. Until then, I wish you all the very best. Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakumullah. Hafiz.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.